it all plays in the planets and blah blah blah. And a skilled
Exactly.
astrologer will look at your entire chart and get a
Yeah,
full picture.
exactly, and it gives you a different energy.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
if the sun is right there, and then for example the sun and the moon is right there, and then there will be the animals, and then not only yourself but also like the whole thing, the plants, the bird, they act different, and it's like, affecting yourself, affecting your behavior. For example, if the bird coming up in like up on your body, and it's beautiful bird, it's give you this kind of, good feeling, right? But if something like a snake coming into you, you will be like scared to hell. So that behavior, like, affecting all. Got what I mean?
You're saying everything is interconnected.
Yes, exactly.
Essentially.
Exactly. Everything connected.
Now I thought it was complete bullshit until I'm talking the Chinese ex. She explained it to me one night, and she said she also thought it was bullshit at one point, but maybe it's like a secret code that you can find given to you by the universe, and then you use that code to learn about yourself. And even if it is bullshit, you can learn stuff, and you can use that to your benefit. Seriously, even if you say it's 100% bullshit, they'll tell you, all right, well, you're this type of person, so you might want to avoid this, you might want to look for this, and it kind of helps you make sense of things, even if it's complete bullshit.
So what happens when you're in the womb for like 9 months,
Yep.
and all the stuff that you experience and all the other star signs and all the other months are all pointless, and they don't match up, and they don't go into your brain because you're not born yet. It's only when you're born and see the real world that you get affected by
When
that
you
month.
enter this realm, Matt, you enter this realm at a certain time. When the stars are in a certain place, that's what matters.
So is it like your star sign is when you get, impregnated?
No, it's when you're born.
Why
It's a
not when
birth
you're
chart.
impregnated?
I don't know. I didn't make it up.
Make it up? It's like, oh, do you believe in God? It's like, no, I didn't make it up.
Kind of.
It's so funny. It's like, oh, yeah, God exists. It's like, oh yeah, where is he? It's like, I don't know, I didn't make it up.
Yeah.
What do you think, eh? What do you think about God?
I do believe something is like happening, but I don't want to name it. Like, for example, God can be a tree, God can be the whole universe, God can be a Buddha, God can be anything that you want to believe.
So you could be more like a paganist. That's what pagans believe.
I don't like to put labels on something.
So a religion without labels.
Yeah.
Yeah, call it spirituality, right?
Um,
If you want.
yeah.
Pagans believe in many gods. They believe that all those things are gods, right?
Yes.
I don't think it's quite that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then because
Oh,
Gio, what's your thoughts?
because the sign before the conversation sign, I don't understand about sign silent. No, it's about God. God is only one. It's no matter is the religion, it's God only one. But now it's mostly all over the world. It's like the people is use the religion as the holy person from the God. So for me, it's no matter about the religion, but I believe God for sure.
Wow.
And then the point thing is, you have to be good. You have to be kind to the people because you believe God.
I think people have like this, for example, a certain religion. Let's say A, because they don't know how to hold into something, But when they know that they believe, like, okay, my religion is A. This is my book. I need to read this. This is my guide to live. I cannot eat this. I need to do this. So they don't need to think again. They don't need to question the whole world. And once they go down, they know that oh, something will help me, and I believe in that day, because they need to, they need something to hold into. When they don't have something, this special religion, they're they're confused, like, oh, where should I go? If I go down, like, oh, what should I do? If if I feel sad, then okay, I go to the church. I pray. Then after that, I feel good. But if they don't have it, they just become more confused. They don't know how to solve it. But because they don't believe in yourself, they got controlled by their religion itself.
Yeah,
Does
but
that make sense?
Makes sense.
doesn't make sense.
Institution. That is exactly what you're saying. The institution of church, right?
No, 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 no.
No?
No, it's like,
But it's like practically.
I think you're saying something like you could say the same thing about astrology almost. It's like it's a framework to make sense of everything that's going on. It's just an easy way to think about things, so you don't have to figure everything out
yeah,
yourself.
exactly. Because it's just written like that.
Yeah.
So you don't need to find out, and
And whoever wrote it did a pretty good job.
yeah.
They did good enough for most
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
If you think a lot,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
they didn't do exactly good
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
But it's good enough.
Well, I believe
Yeah.
it took some years.
Yeah, let's say some people they're doing good, like the salat for the Muslim, go to the church, and then sembahyang at the temple, and then it's like if you didn't doing a good thing to the people, you cannot get a good also in the world. It's universe. But let's say some people is he never have a pray. It's like go to the church, go to the temple, go to the mosque, but she or he get the good thing because what? Because she did the good things to the people.
But it's kind of
It's
true.
a like karma.
But it's kind of true that what you're saying about institution, because they're trying to, make people just do what they know. So from the beginning, from their child, okay, easy example, like math, 1 + 1 = 2. So they know it's 2. So they won't questioning any other aspect. But when they start questioning, and then they will have another person join them, and then they will have, they try to out from their comfort zone, and then they will be changing, they will change something, and it's bad for this higher institution.
I mean, an example of maths, it would be that, Christianity can be one math system, but then in that same math system can have two separate ones, Catholicism and Protestant.
Protestant.
Well, actually, I can't. I never hear the word Protestantism.
Protestant.
Christian.
Yeah, because I say Catholicism, but Catholics and Protestants, right?
They're similar.
They're similar, but they're fucking different. And Britain have had many wars
So
from this.
Catholicism is just more practical.
Well, those are the institutions, I think. I think whoever made this shit, they had a decent idea. And then it's an institution. That's when people get the power, and that's when it becomes corrupt. That's when you have the control over people.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you have the good idea, and then people say, this is my good idea, now I'm this. This is my branch.
Wasn't it made to control people? Religion?
Who knows?
That's what I think. I
Maybe.
think it was made to control people,
Yeah.
right? But
Or
they,
maybe a lot of people think that somebody did some psychedelic drugs. Joe Rogan talks about that on the podcast. There's a theory. Seriously.
But I like that.
No, seriously, the burning
I really
bush.
like that theory.
Yeah, no, the burning bush.
Ro Jogan.
Yeah, Ro Jogan talks about that. Like the burning bush in Christianity, they think maybe that was psychedelic drugs. They saw whatever they saw, and then they tried to write it down, and
Yeah, sure. But in that maths example, right? That is 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + 1 = 3 in another one, and then you just got random other maths things that all are different, right? Hinduism, Islam, all that is all different. But then you say there is one God. But then stuff like, Greek mythology, Hinduism, all that, they have multiple gods.
Multiple goats.
They have multiple gods. They have hundreds. So what does that mean? All right.
No, if like the specification of the like Hindu is not multiple gods, I would like to a little bit correction. It's like manifest. It's God only one. It's Sangyang Vidi, as per I know because I'm not Hindu also, but they have is like many gods. No, many gods. Many manifestation.
What does that mean?
Reincarnation. Not reincarnation.
No, it's manifestation like.
Because they turn like a god, but they are in something in like one particular thing, and then after they change again into something.
But only what people desire, because they pick their god, right? Hindus pick the one they want.
Yeah, story can be changed.
Maybe we don't know
History can
what
be changed.
Hinduism is then.
Yeah, if the specific about the religion, for sure we cannot talk because I think it's too much to go to the detail. But if we talk about the gods, is
Well,
Yeah.
I can give you a very more clear example of Norse mythology.
yeah.
Ancient Egyptians and the Greeks, they all believed definitely in a lot of gods. For sure, they weren't manifestations or anything. They were literally god of this, god of that, right? Might as well get some face action. And in the old days, in tribes and stuff, they would see the trees, they would see the wind and the moon and the thunder and everything. They would see that and they would try and make sense of that. And they would start thinking there's a god for each one that controls each part. Right?
No,
You can
yeah.
say no.
I can say no because let's say Greek. Is it Zeus?
I'm not talking about civilization here. I'm
Yeah.
talking about tribes. I'm talking about back thousands of years before
Yeah.
Zeus.
Yeah, but let's say it's cannot we call is lightning god, and then what else is a sea god. I'm sure it's not God.
No, but they were saying it was, because that's what they believe. That's what I'm saying. They believed that it was that, right? And then eventually they made it more sophisticated, until they have the god of the sea, of Triton, and they have the god of thunder, and
So yeah, different people believe different things, but what's the, what are we getting at here?
What I'm getting at is that just like Christianity and Islam and Judaism and all that stuff are more sophisticated versions of the early stuff to make sense of the world, but we don't need it anymore because we have science.
Because we're what?
We have science that explains everything.
Yeah, sure.
We're getting there, but we're
Yeah.
not there yet.
I reckon I think we're
totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I reckon we're a lot further than
Maybe,
snakes and trees talking to people.
Maybe in 1,000 years later, the God is like mobile phone. It's our God.
Uda.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like, let's in a practical way, right? You have a lot of young people
Yeah.
praying to Islam, but
Yeah.
really their
Yeah.
God is
Yes,
Instagram.
exactly.
No offense, everybody.
Of course, no offense.
Here's a good one. Let's say you believe in God,
Okay.
and then you're by yourself. Normally you pray, and you're having a hard time, and then you pray and you feel better because you prayed to God, right? A lot of people say they do that, where they pray and they feel better, and they're like, yes,
Real
I
power.
feel way better. Who are they really?
Oh,
Who are they really praying to?
who?
Our yeah.
How they feel better?
It's a form of meditation. Yeah, it's a form of introspection. They're getting away from the phone. They're getting away from whatever they're addicted to, and they're
Introspection.
yeah.
So are they talking to God or are they talking to themselves?
That's a good question.
So,
Yeah.
What is God? Is
Maybe
God
is
themselves?
yourself. In
Bingo.
that sense, God is yourself.
Bingo.
Bam.
Yeah. And
We figured
that's
it out.
Yes.
We just figured it out.
that's what it is.
Wow, this is the best video ever made.
That's what it is, man.
that's a good. Yeah, and then also it's like I'm curious. One comment again. Science is logic, and the God is heart.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. So we cannot combine at all. You believe to God, except the practically. I don't mention about the practically, but it's belief. Your faith to the God is from the heart, and the science is like it's logic.
Well, it's funny
Good point
because,
there.
you know, God and religion seems to have a lot of rules. If it's the heart, which, you know, if we're talking about science, the heart,
No, science
it's
is
got nothing to do with
science is
emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's actually all the brain.
But science comes from emotion,
Science,
curiosity.
science doesn't come from emotion.
People, yeah, okay. Science doesn't come from emotion, but we discover science. We discover things because from the emotion, because we want to know. We
Yeah,
want
it's a
to know
factor.
something.
Wow, I guess that would be some semantic shit right there. But I think that the main difference between religion and science is religion changes wherever you go, but science is always the same thing. You'll find the same thing.
True.
That's the only way. If you got rid of civilization now, when scientists come about again after their own dinosaur thing, you'll get the same science, but you won't get the same. Oh, here's Jesus. Here's like, Jesus has come back, right? Because that's just a fucking centralized view of whatever. But you'll still get 1 + 1. Am I right?
You're right.
There is no right, there is no bad.
So that's why I say it's like don't ever combine
Yeah.
your logic.
But
with
even
your-
if you don't get the same religion, you're still gonna get people believing in something. Because
Something,
we
man.
still need something else. Because there's stuff that science can't explain,
Yeah.
and people need to believe something.
That's right.
It's back to the faith.
Yep.
The heart.
The emotion. Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
You're so alone.
We
We are
need-
all alone.
You're so alone.
We are all alone together. So are we alone?
No,
or-
no, it's a Korean. We are alone together.
Yeah. See? We are all alone. But we are all alone together.